Okay, so I brought in another sheet of foam and I just laid it on top of the wall that I just cut the door out, and basically I just did this so that I could verify my proper measurements to correlate with the door on the opposite wall. We're going to do this a little different with the window, and the main reason is because the window flange is very short compared to the door flange. Like, the door flange on the outside is, and the inside, is about an inch, but the inside flange on the window is maybe a half inch. So if I cut from the outside in like I did on the door, good chance that I would have some, repair work to do on the inboard side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make my measurements, my cut mark for the window opening on the inboard side, so that we know that when I make the cut that the inside is going to be proper, and that gives us a lot more leeway on the outboard side, since we got a 1-inch flange on the outboard side. It's just, things you need to be aware of when you're doing your build. So let's get going with this. Okay, so I have the outboard side of the curb side with the door right there. So then when I lay this on, this is going to be the inboard side of the opposite wall. So then I know that this we'll want to put on this side. So now I can get rid of the curbside wall, so I can start doing my measurements and everything on the window. Again, be very careful with the foam because it can snap in these weak spots. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and raise up the wall a little bit, since the last cut I can see where the jigsaw was actually tapping the floor just a hair. I'm going to go ahead and raise it up another 2 inches. We don't have that problem again. Gonna measure the window, see where we're at. So it's a 22 by 24. Alright, so in this case, the window is wider than it is tall. I know my orientation of my window. Now, I'm going to mark out my door locations. Making my mark out at 4 feet. Making my mark out at 4 feet. Okay, so cut out on the door is 7 inches from the top I'm going to mark my door location. Well, I got to come down so far since the window isn't as big as the door. Alright, so got my top door cutout location and my left hand side door cutout location. I know by my measurements that I got earlier that the door is 25 7/8 wide. Down measure it again. So go ahead and mark that. So the reason why I marked out my door cutout location the same on this wall is because I want to place the window in that door frame location, so that if at a later date I want to put in a door on the roadside, I can easily just take the window out, cut out for the door, and install a door. If you have a window that's bigger than what I have here, then you probably wouldn't be able to put a door in very easily, but you can use the same technique, put in windows pretty much any place on the bug out. So, here we go. Again, I'm using the inside ring of the window as a template. I'm going to go ahead and here's my upper door line. Just to make things easy, I'm just going to line that up at the top. Then I'm just going to center it between the two lines. Okay, so I got the front top edge lined up and it's centered between the lines. I just need to mark it. In this case, we're going to mark on the outboard side because I can actually get the pin in there. That looks good. Alright. So we got the window marked out and ready to trim it out. Again, I'm going to use a drill to start my cut mark. When you drill foam, you got to be real cautious because the drill bit can wander real fast. Even as you're drilling in, it can wander around. So just be real cautious when you start the drill. Gonna check, make sure that I got stuff out of the way. Make sure I got good support. again putting this on, so I got something to rest up against. Alright, here we go. Alright, I just need to clean up. Alright, I like to clean up the foam as soon as I make a mess because this stuff really accumulates and it gets all over everything. So if you don't vacuum it up, you'll have pink foam everywhere. Alright, so now the moment of truth. Did we cut the hole right? Look at that. Perfect. Yep, and we got enough motion so that we don't have a binding between the outside flange and the inside flange. And if I move it one way or the other, as far as it'll go, I still don't have an opening, so that's a good cut. I'm just gonna see how it fits on the other side. I'm actually feeling pretty good about this cut. Look at that, we got some foam. Let's get rid of it. Okay, so this is actually the outside. The outside window has a larger flange, it's like an inch. And I move this all the way over. I got just a slight gap right here, maybe 1/8 of an inch. So that was easily going to be covered when the outside flange goes on. And really, oh yeah, so I got about 1/8 of a gap here when I slide it all the way that way. So this is why I cut from the inside out. Because we got a very small flange on the inboard side, but we got a larger flange on the window side, which will easily cover these issues up. So, okay, just like I take a moment to say that if it had some tight spots, again, like we did on the door, just go ahead and remove the flange and sand those high spots down until you get a good fit. Okay, there you have it. We did the curbside door, we did the roadside window. We're ready to go to the next step. So, until next time, bug out.